Hello, everyone. Happy Friday if you're watching us live. Happy whenever it happens to be if you're watching in the future, but hopefully not too far in the future because there's an event coming up next weekend, 1 week from today, in fact. And it is brought to us by the wonderful Secular Rarity. It is called NaNoCon. It's for very small people, yes?
That's right. That's right. We are, if you, you know how at some amusement parks and event places, they have you must be this tall to ride. We have the opposite, which is you can only be this tall to ride. If you are taller than a nanometer, you will not be allowed entry. So here's to all of our single-celled organisms out there. Like, are single-celled organisms even that tiny? I don't even think so. I think they're still
Fest
bigger,
2025.
right? Are they? Yeah, I don't know. No, there is no height requirement. I just want to be clear.
Oh, it's a tolerant festival. You know, if you're tall, you're fine too. Yes.
Tolerant, as in TALL.
Taller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. So I've been wanting to have you come over for freaking years at this point, but we have a thing to talk about to justify it, and it's a weird thing we have to do in today's world. We have to justify our time with things.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we couldn't just hang out or anything. You know, this is we're here for a purpose. We're focused. You know, we're not gonna just, you know, goof off or make silly comments or anything. We have a mission, Ember, and this is. I can't even get through that.
Oh, you know? Almost got there.
I know, it's so close. It's so close.
All right, well, let's look at the thing, and as always, folks, if things get glitchy, let me know in the chat because things have been stable, but I'm still technically working out the bugs. So let me know. Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone who's joining us live. I see Kelly listening in from work. Ascalon being something about Tom Tank Engine.
I can neither confirm nor deny that there are images of me as Thomas the Tank Engine. There are rumors that these exist somewhere, but I don't know if there is actual truth to this claim. It's kind of like Bigfoot, you know. We're not sure, but a lot of people talk about it.
We can't confirm it. Or
there may be some pictures of me, and I think in like a steampunk version too. I think there's like some. Ascalon had a lot of time on his hands one day, and
been around a while. Yeah,
they're pretty good.
AJ from Waste dropping by to looking forward to NaNoCon next week. Rochelle, always good. There's a few people lurking who haven't piped up in chat. Hello to you as well. If you're joining us later, do remember to hit the subscribe button. Join us in future lives and things. Say hello, but also follow SR around because he hops to a lot of different channels and they're all very cool. Do you have a link, True?
Yeah. I mean, like for me personally, I do, but I'll give you the one for Secular Rising because that's the one that I tend to, you know, promote these days. But yeah, technically, like I have there is a Secular Rarity Instagram and a TikTok, and a Twitch channel even. Technically these exist, but I don't, you know, I'm kind of lazy. We were joking about it before. Like I really am just a stream hobo. Like I just bounce around and make everybody else do all the work, and it works out for me so far. But yeah, when people are like, hey, how do I like find you? It's like, oh yeah, I've forgotten about that aspect. So I will send those to you. I will make sure you have those.
Yeah, no worries. I've got Secular Rising in the description right under the NaNoCon link.
Perfect.
You know, it's, I mean, not only is that a very cool project that we could talk about entirely in its own right, but it's also part of NaNoCon. Like,
That's
is
right.
NaNoCon a fundraiser for SeRiUS?
No, so the Nashville Nones Convention was actually incorporated as its own nonprofit. I want to say about almost 10 years ago. And it had created maybe like 5 or 6 different yearly conferences that went on up until 2019. And then obviously in the summer of 2020, it didn't happen. So it didn't happen for 2 years actually. And it wasn't until 2022 that it was able to come back. And unfortunately, like a lot of, nonprofits in that space and a lot of events like that, it was very difficult after those 2 years, to do it again, just right after. I mean, it's a really difficult thing to get going. It's a lot easier of a boulder to move when it's already rolling, and it's kind of,
Momentum.
it's
real.
right. It seriously is, especially with an event like this. And the 2022 one was awesome. It was super, super great. There were a bunch of people there. It was a wonderful time. And then unfortunately, just over the last 2 years as well, unable to put it back on, And so last year, when it, funny enough, our kind of our kind of partner sister conference, we like to think of the Kentucky Free Thought Conference that happens every other year up in like northern Kentucky area. There was a bunch of us from Nashville that were up there, and we were having a good time, and just getting talking with everybody and just really enjoying it. And we were like, we really got to bring NaNoCon back. We really got to bring NaNoCon back. And that was happening. That conversation was happening around the same time that we were talking about creating Secularizing US as well, and getting all of these different events going again and connecting all of these different groups. And so it was just this kind of immediate partnership where we said, well, obviously this is something that Secularizing would promote and try to get people on board with. And that's what we did right away. We were so thrilled to be able to get, Bridge City, Black Nonbelievers, Street Epistemology International, the Atheist Community of Austin, RFR, Secular Therapy Project. I know I'm forgetting people because there has been so many groups and people that instantly were like, fuck yeah, this is exactly what we need. This is the perfect time for this. So yeah, FFRF, Polaris, American Atheists, Americans United, Godless Engineer. Yeah, I mean, like the Humanist Association. Man, it is. Oh, Think Squared Media, man, they are going to give us some amazing freaking videos and stuff. Yeah, like it is amazing the support that we have gotten. Yeah, and Pangburn came on board too. That was wonderful. I know that they were helping out with the ARC protest, and that was an amazing connection that Joe from the Kentucky Atheist and Robin, they were helping us out with, and Jess, and that was a phenomenal event. We were so excited. A good couple of us went up for that. And then we put together this whole, and we don't even have time to talk about it. This is the thing. We put together this whole trip out to Dayton, Tennessee, where the Scopes monkey trial happened, because it's the 100th anniversary this year. And so we went out there, and like some of us got picked to be on the jury. I got to go up on stage in the middle of the fucking play and like read lines. A couple of other people did too. Like we were all in this bus. It was like 30 of us. It was so awesome. There's this brewery there called Monkey Town Beer Company. I mean, it's awesome. The whole town is like, it was a great experience. They do a reenactment of the trial, and so much fun. But that was also something that we did in partnership with NaNoCon as a way to, build it up and kind of, get promoting and just get some excitement. And so, this year, I gotta be honest, It's a lot. There's a lot happening. Like, there is going to be so freaking much going on this weekend. When we first started talking about it, we were like, okay, look, we haven't done it. We haven't done it in like 2 years. And I think what we should do is we should do like a noon to 5, you know, do like a few hours. We get a couple of people up there, maybe some snacks, you know. Before long, we are planning. No joke. I no joke. We have a comedy night. I have heard rumors that some of the coolest freaking people in our community, people like Sydney Davis, Johan, Durante Lamar, Dr. Ben, and Dave freaking Warnock are going to be doing comedy this weekend.
Well,
like, isn't that crazy? So that's going to be going on. We have the Godless Gospel, an organization founded in partnership with FFRF many years ago. Amazing freaking people. Cynthia McDonald, Dan Barker, Stephen Phelps. I think Candace Gorham is a part of it as well. Mandisa Thomas. I mean, it is an amazing crew. They are going to be up there singing for us. We are going to be doing a showing of Bad Faith with I mean, some of those people that are a part of that. They're individuals that have given information and stuff that are going to be there. They're going to be talking with people. I mean, and that's not even the speakers or anything. That's not even the conference. I'm just talking about the stuff that's happening around it. Like,
this is all just Friday stuff.
This is stuff that if you are in the area, and you are unable to stay the night, if you are unable to afford the Saturday full day event tickets, we totally understand. And we wanted to give people an opportunity to do some other things too. So technically, if you are close by and you want to make a day of it, you can come out Friday for the evening events. You can come out Sunday morning for the early morning events. Like, these things, if you are just in the area and you want to come by, these things are open to you. We want this to be something that is accessible for people in the community. And so, yeah, if you are here and you are around Sunday morning, right after everybody's hung out, we've had a great freaking time. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about the Saturday stuff. But if you have hung out the whole weekend, you have enjoyed yourself, you have, blown off some steam and gotten to see some people and had some good laughs and, had that good feel good moment, right? Stick around for Sunday, because Sunday is some in action, tangible, what can we do next? That's one of the biggest things that we wanted when we left this conference. We were like, we want people to go away with something in their pocket that they can say, okay, I'm out here because I care. Like, I showed up in the middle of Tennessee in the middle of July because I'm invested. I'm involved. I want to be a part of stuff. I want to make change happen, in my local community on a broader scale. I want to see more good things and less of this that we've been seeing, to be honest, right? I mean, if that's where your head is at, I mean, perfect. Sunday's the thing for you, because we are going to have an event, Conversation Coalition. So this is something that Secularizing US puts on every month. We bring together believers, non-believers, and we have discussions. We just sit there and chat with people and say, hey, why do you believe this? What have I got wrong? How can we make a better world? We are currently, by the way, we are having those conversations in Grace United Methodist Church right here in Middle Tennessee, and they are live streaming those on their website. Like, we have partnered with so many different churches, to get this out there and to get a bunch of atheists and secular people in front of a bunch of religious people of all different stripes, talking with them about where do we agree, where do we disagree. Does a belief in heaven or hell stop us for fighting for human rights and freedoms in our government? Like, this is the whole point of that. And so that's what we're starting off with on Sunday. And then to end it off, I don't know if you know this lady. She does this channel called the Apostate Sisters. This lady is Patty. She's pretty cool. If you've never heard of her.
Both of them are. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm thrilled. They're both going to be there, by the way. But Patty is going to present something that I am honestly so thrilled that she came to us to work on this together, because I really think this is the way forward for our organizations, our individuals, our movement as a whole. She came to me like maybe at the end of last year, maybe. I don't even know that it's been 7 months. I mean, she has been cranking this thing out. But she came to me with this idea and she said, look, we got to do something different. We need a radically new approach to how we present our message and how we connect as organizations. We need to do something different than what we've been doing, because obviously it hasn't worked, right?
Well, but it could, because we get so hung up on the what do you believe and why, and forget to look into the deeper values underneath. Like, why though?
Yes.
What is it for though?
Yes. And where are the places that we completely align and are willing to stand shoulder to shoulder on, no question, right? And not to say that there aren't things that of course there are things that I disagree with about the Methodist Church in my area. But you know who is standing there whenever AU calls a protest? The Methodists. They're right there. They are one of the most affirming denominations out there. They are one of the most science-minded, reason-loving. I mean, these are our people on so many different causes, especially right now. And let's just be honest. Let's just be real about it for a second, okay? I'm going to be a little cynical. They're the ones with the money. They got the cash.
It's another good point.
They got the cash.
We need churches on our side because it's where the money lives.
Right. And there are so many people. And that, like, for instance, and you think I'm just rambling here, folks. I'm tying this back in. Okay. I've got this whole thing planned out in my head, That's why one of our speakers on the main event, I am thrilled to say, is April Ajoy, who recently wrote this awesome book. I've got it. Hang on. I've got other books on top of it. So recently wrote this book, Star Spangled Jesus, Leaving Christian Nationalism and Finding a True Faith. She grew up on a bus that said, "Say yes for Jesus." She drove around the country singing Christian songs. She was a Christian. She was friends with people who stormed the nation's capital on January 6th. And she talks about everything in this book. And she is going to be there to give a talk we have believers at this event because we are trying to show to people, hey, there's so much space that we align on and we can work together, right? And then of course, you know, we've got our fun times for us as non-believers and stuff. You know, we've got some introductions to secularism and non-religiosity and stuff. Glenda Jordan is going to be there talking about deconstructing, you know, purity culture and sexual shame from, you know, religion. Going to be talking an intro to polyamory. I'm going to be hanging out on a panel with Godless Engineer, the Skeptic, and Dr. Ben, and we're just going to be having a good time shooting the shit, making fun of different, you know, all of these Kent Hovens of the world and whatnot yelling at us on the comment section. We all know about that. We all know about the wild things they want to post in, you know. But so yes, there is going to be some time for all of us that want to go like, hey, talking snakes, am I right? I mean, come on, stupid, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. And we're going to have a good time talking about it. But we've also got some real things here. We've got some serious things that we want to get people involved. We want people to be able to go away from this weekend and know that there is a path forward. There are ways that you can make a difference, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, we've got not only, you know, again, April A. Joy, obviously phenomenal. Candace Gorham, who's been with the American Humanist Association for a very long time. Of course, Dan Barker, you know, founder of FFRF. All of those people have talks that are going to be just hitting right to the freaking core of what's going on right now. And that's not to mention the people that are starting off Saturday, you know. Now I know somebody out there, real quick, somebody out there is going to be like, you skipped over Seth Andrews. And no, I didn't. I'm coming back to Seth Andrews. He's the keynote. Don't you worry, folks. He gets his own special time. Okay. But yeah, Gail Jordan, you know, an absolute legend in the space. One of my favorite things about Gail is when she ran for state office in Tennessee at the time, she was labeled the most dangerous woman in Tennessee.
hell yeah.
Because she was an open atheist running for an elected office. Isn't that crazy?
The
Isn't that
scandal.
I mean, I know, it's wild. Absolutely silly. But Dave Warnock is coming back, you guys. I am thrilled. Dave is, if you are not familiar with Dave Warnock, you absolutely need to be. Dave has been a voice that has, you know, helped so many people for years now. You know, when he was diagnosed with ALS right after leaving, you know, being very heavily involved in many churches for his entire life. Yeah, his story is absolutely crazy. You can buy his book too, by the way, which is somewhere close to me as well.
I was just gonna say I have a copy of his book, but it's over there.
It's somewhere. Yeah, it is somewhere just out of reach. But yeah, Childish Things. It is his biography. It is fascinating. Okay, this is my favorite part of it, by the way. And a lot of people don't know this about Dave. And I'm not going to spoil it for you because you got to go buy the book, okay? Funnel cake. Dave actually has a really fascinating connection to funnel cake in the United States, you guys. And if you've never heard that story, the only way you're going to hear it is if you buy the book. Like, he talks about this and his connection with it. Do you remember?
It actually doesn't ring a bell for me. It's been a while.
I'll tell you.
I actually got the book a couple of years ago. When
I'll tell you what page it's on afterwards. It's really, really weird. And it's like no way. And I remember, you know, one time when I saw him after reading it, I was sitting next to him and I was like, "Hey man, I didn't know all that about the funnel cake." And he looked at me and he goes, "Oh yeah. yeah, it's just been so long. I just don't even really think about it anymore. And I'm like, yeah, but that's wild. Like everybody knows what funnel cake is, but not before Dave. So you got to go check that out. You got to go find that. But he is coming out of retirement. He's going to be there. Not only is he going to be speaking right there, by the way, but he's also going to be on a panel with Durante Lamar, Drew Beckius, and Janine Bernanke, and they are going to be doing three ex-pastors talk to a shrink, which is something we've done a couple of times. It's super fun. It's so interesting. So that's going to be a great time. Melina Cohen, if you're not familiar with her, American Atheists, you guys, you have got to be getting their newsletter. She has been rocking it. I am thrilled to have her speaking. I wish we could have her speaking more, honestly. And then Durante Lamar rounds us out, which is amazing. Like I'm so that, and this isn't even, I'm telling you, this is what's crazy. Like that isn't even half of the people that are there. Like I just listed off some of the like coolest people in this space, and there's still more. Like it's going to be a lot. So you will.
Most exciting things is there's so many people, any one of which a person could be excited about to get to go see.
Right. Exactly. I mean, exactly. Like, again, Sydney Davis, Johan's going to be doing this, which is, I can't stop calling her that. And she told me it was okay. And I was like, I will always do that.
Right after she got married, I was, I forget if it was a WAU or a 30 and 60 over on Skeptic Haven. And we were, we read out the patrons at the end of the show. And we need to update Sydney because she got married. And they said, well, what is it now? And I said, well, it's Sydney Davis, Johan. And they were like, stop. She gets her thing.
It was absolutely, I mean, that woman is comedy to the T. She will die telling a joke. I feel confident.
Like, or by parrot, one of those.
Yeah, or by parrot. That is true. That is true. So I've heard a rumor. I don't know that it's true, but next time you talk to Sydney, you'll have to ask. I have heard that a couple of years ago, one of her birds was being particularly snippy at bedtime, and so she started cuddling with this bird to calm it down, like really like snuggling with this guy, just loving the crap out of it. And then it went to sleep, and apparently the other birds were jealous, and so now every night she spends an inordinate amount of time, like it is much longer than you think, but there is a budgeted block of time near her bedtime that is just like parrot cuddling time. So, you will have to do your own investigation to confirm that, but I have it on good authority.
It's just a rumor, folks. It's just a rumor. But yeah, it's one of the reasons that I wanted to talk with you is because not everybody knows everybody. Like we were discussing before the show, there's a lot of names that are very, very big names, but a given person might never have heard of. Right. So I wanted to give you a chance to like run through who the guests are for anybody who doesn't know. Probably best page for that.
We'll start there and then we'll do the workshop and panels real quick. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, look, Seth Andrews is rounding out the whole freaking night because, of course, we got to have the golden pipes, baby. And Seth has been such a massive supporter in so many ways. He has been so kind. Again, this is like, I think this is the 7th year we're doing it. And so, I want to say maybe 6 of those he's been a part of them. So if you don't know who Seth Andrews is, if you're not familiar with the Thinking Atheist, please just go check it out. And I'm going to tell you this, okay? Not everybody's going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the inside scoop, folks. Okay.
All the secrets today.
Oh, all of them. If you have never listened to the Thinking Atheist, here's where you start. There's going to be a lot of good stuff out there about call-ins and deep dives and authors and you go to October 31st and you find any one of his Halloween scary stories. That's where you start, because those are so well done and they are just, oh my God, they send shivers down your spine. It is a phenomenal. You will have so much fun and you will be like, what the heck is this? Like, what is this guy going to talk about now? Like, and everything he does is great. But seriously, if you've somehow never listened to The Thinking Atheist, that's where you need to start. But he's going to be bringing us home, you guys. And he's going to be there the whole time, hanging out, signing autographs, talking to people, chatting. He's so personable. He is so fun to get to talk to. He is such a kind guy, and genuinely just, he really does enjoy getting to see people, talk to people, learn about people and stuff. Just all around sweet dude for sure. So yeah, anyway, that's enough about him. We're done. We're not talking about him again. Get him out of here. Fucking
enough of that guy.
Yeah, whatever.
But while we switch to the next person, Mad Computer Scientist sends a super chat. Thank you so much, Sinister. That's the Sinister Porpoise in disguise for anybody who doesn't know. And says Seth and voice, it can have that effect on people. It's incredibly soothing. In fact, I did listen to, he's got some of those Halloween stories in audiobook form. He compiled them into an audiobook, and I listened to audiobooks so much of the time. So I'm like, yes, spooky stories. And I listened to it. Even though they're spooky, they're still also soothing somehow.
Right. I know. It's amazing how he could do that. But it's like, it's like what, like 20 years, 30 years of radio voice, he's just been crushing it. But yeah, enough about him. Get him out of here.
I know. Done with that guy. Who needs
Yeah. So if you are familiar with humanism, I'm just going to, if that's a word that you need to know Candace Gorham. I mean, plain and simple, right?
If you like humans.
That's right.
Humanism is the thing for you.
That's right. If you are sitting around going, you know what? These humans are all right. You need to know Candace. You need to know about the AHA. She has been involved for years. Like, I don't even know how many years she's been involved, and again, it's like, she is one of those people that pops up everywhere. Like, every time you turn around and you're thinking like, oh, do I know anybody here? It's like, oh, well, there's Candace Gorham. So I am thrilled. I am thrilled to have her there. I am thrilled she's going to be representing with the Godless Gospel. I am just, this is going to be an amazing thing. She is going to be, if I have it right, let me just double check before I put my foot in my mouth. But I believe, yeah, that's right. Okay, so good. Okay, so I was right. That's good. I know. I've been neck deep in this for a while now, so I should have this right. She is going to be on a panel with some absolutely incredible people. There's this, I don't know if you've heard of her. She's not that super popular or anything. She only founded this show on the Line Network a while ago. And she recently gave this speech at American Atheist that has been really blowing up.
Oh, you mean that Arden person? Yes.
I don't know if you're pronouncing her name right, but yes, I believe yes. Did you say Arden? Is it Arden?
It's something along those lines.
Along those, right. I could be, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but yes. So Arden Hart and Candace Gorham are going to be doing a panel that is moderated, by the way, by Glenda Jordan, of all people, which is fucking amazing.
A
So
good
like
choice, yeah.
this is a phenomenal panel. And two people that you might not know of, Francie Hunt and Dr. Marissa Richmond. Okay. So these four are powerhouses. So Francie is actually the executive director of the Tennessee Advocates for Planned Parenthood. Like she is a big deal in our state right now. A state, by the way, that years ago passed one of those what do they call them? Trigger laws, you know? So that like we passed a law that said if at some point it becomes legal to ban abortion, we're just doing it. I mean, think about that.
Oh, good.
Like, imagine if a state passed a law one day that said, like, if it's legal for us to just murder people in the streets, we're going to pass that law. Like, if that ever
Purge
somehow gets
laws.
overturned, I know it's like, it's crazy. But so Francie is, I mean, Francie Hunt is undeniably on the front lines of that, right? In a state where it is so crucial. So we've got those three and Dr. Marissa Richmond, who is again another local powerhouse in the Tennessee area. She is the founder and the very first president of the Tennessee Transgender Political Coalition.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Dr. Marissa Richmond has been a supporter and a partner with the Nashville Nones. I think every year. I think there may be one year she hasn't been, a part of this, but she was appointed back in 2016. So 10 years ago, you guys, that's how deep she is into this space. 10 years ago, she was appointed to the Metro Human Relations Commission. So is the citywide board entirely focused on basically where our human rights violations are, how we're functioning with all of that, and was the first transgender city board member of Nashville. So Dr. Richmond is yeah, I mean deep. This is an insane panel. So like it just again, I really don't know how we did it, because when we were talking about it initially, we were like maybe like 5 hours, like 6 hours, like we rent a space and then
Well,
just
I may be able to offer some insight. There's this general vibe in the community at large. And now I don't know everybody that you know, but the people that we both know have this sense that when Elliot wants to do something, you just say yes and do it, because whatever you're doing is going to be freaking cool. And so people just kind of just get on board with it.
Well, I appreciate that very much. I really do. I really, really appreciate, because that's what I want, when again, like the whole point of this. So ever since its founding, the Nashville Nones Convention has been the largest gathering of non-religious people in the entire state of Tennessee. There is nothing like this in this area. Period. End of sentence. Now you can go down to Atlanta, of course, and you can get involved with a bunch of different wonderful groups down there, right? Like Black Non-Believers is down there, Dragon Con is down there. There's all kinds of incredible incredible people, incredible organizations, and so forth. But in the state of Tennessee, man, I mean, there's not much, like it's very few and far between, and you got to go all the way up to northern Kentucky to get to, things like the Ark Encounter protest, to get to the Tri-State Freethinkers, to get to the Kentucky Free Thought. And I love that, by the way. I am not poo-pooing them in the slightest. Those are partners of ours, but there's all this space in between. We don't have anything, we don't have anything.
Important live events are important for a whole bunch of reasons. Not the least of which, so that people, there's this vibe, the Bible Belt, there's Christians everywhere, and so everybody
Right.
has to like pretend to be Christian in their
Mhm.
everyday lives, just hated on. it's important there's visibility to show people who don't believe, questioning faith or deconstructing or whatever. They're not isolated. They're not
Correct.
trapped. There's other people around just
Yep.
like them.
Yep. And you know what? I mean, 100% what you're saying there, Ember. And what I have found more and more, right, over the years of being lucky enough to get to do this in a lot of different capacities, getting to connect with a bunch of different causes and groups and individuals and stuff, I started seeing something pretty wild, you know. So I'd go out to the queer advocacy groups, right? And obviously I'd see queer people, you know. I'd see diversity, right? I'd see people of all different ethnicities, all different economic statuses, all things, right? But then I started going to like the food banks. And then I started going to like the clean up your parks. And then I started going to the climate things, and I started trying to pay attention to this and that and all these different, and guess who I saw every fucking time? The same people. I saw the same rainbow. I saw the same diversity. And that is the thing that I think going forward is going to be really crucial for us. The recognition that, look, if you are connecting and giving money to the Trevor Project, that is actually something that is also beneficial for your local unhoused population organization. Those organizations have so much alignment, and the people who support those causes are largely in the same boat, right? Look, not everybody that's an atheist is a skeptic. Not everybody that's a skeptic applies it properly. I know somebody out there is going to be like, well, what about the blah? Yes, I know about those groups. I know about those people. I know what you're talking about.
Put it in the comment section.
We're talking about statistical averages, y'all. And one of the number one ways, I swear, this is time and time again, every time we run this study, one of the number one ways you can know if somebody is going to be aligned on this cause over here is whether or not they already have alignment with these causes over here. If somebody is standing up and they're saying like, oh yeah, man, I really just think the people who like do the work should be compensated for that, you know, in a way that it makes them so that they're not constantly like fighting survival and stuff, you know, like that person. And they're also standing up there saying things like, yeah, I just think it's crazy that we like try to prevent kids from just living their lives and playing sports. Like, I don't see why I should be all up in arms about this kid that's gonna run track or anything. It seems like everybody's having a good time, you know. The team even wants them on the team. It's just, you know, those types of people, broadly speaking, are also going to be the ones that say things like, yeah, you know, I just kind of think it's crazy that like you're required to post the 10 commandments in a public school. Like, I guess like that just seems weird, right? That seems weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could see like a variety pack of religions as part of a comparative theology, like, you know, the pillars of Islam.
Exactly.
And
there are reasons to have it. I mean, for sure. Yeah. But like, hey, everybody, let's all make sure that before we start our day of learning and education, let's all look at the 10 commandments and think to ourselves about whether or not we're applying them in our lives. It's like, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Hell, I wasn't even always standing or silent during the Pledge of Allegiance when I was in high school. I can't imagine the 10 commandments
I couldn't
being on
stand
the wall. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I was like,
that would just be
under God, Which god? Like,
Yeah.
this is a very inspecific pledge.
Well, it's like this is the other. It's like, I'm not gonna get into it.
Why are we having children chant their allegiance to a piece of cloth?
It's kind of odd. You got to admit, it's
There
a
are only
little
two countries in the
strange,
world that do that:
you know.
the
Yeah,
U.S. and North Korea, and
yeah.
they do it
It's
for the same reason.
you know, there's a couple of different lists that we find ourselves on like that. It's like look at the countries in the world and their healthcare systems. Look at the countries in the world and their Supreme Court system. Look at the country. I'm not going to get into it. We don't have enough time. There's too much.
Tangents.
There's too much. But if you want to learn about some of these things, funny enough, we actually have some panels on.
Now that's a good segue.
We do, yeah. See, this was all planned. I'm telling you, Ember. This is like it's a steel trap up here. What it's catching, I don't know, but it's something.
No one will ever know. Well, let's go through the guests so we can get to the panels and the other bonus things. So next up, we've got this fella, some old white guy that I don't think anybody knows this guy. No.
You know, you might have heard of him, you might not have. But Dan Barker, of course, the founder, the co-president of Freedom from Religion Foundation. He's also, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of the founders of the Clergy Project. He was also one of the guys that founded that as well, which is a nonprofit that is devoted to helping clergy members in various denominations step out of that faith and move into more prosperous things in their life. People like Drew Beckius is a part of that. Dave Warnock is a part of that. There are tons and tons of people that are a part of that. They did also do, and it's happening right now. It's right now. If you're hearing this message, you've already missed it. But if you were in Chattanooga this weekend, you had an opportunity to take a trip out to Dayton, Tennessee, and go visit the courthouse where the Scopes monkey trial happened 100 years ago. So I'm going to talk. I've already talked about this way too much on a bunch of different, channels and stuff, but I will literally not shut up about this for the next 3 months at least. Look, I have a juror pin. I was a juror. I got selected for jury duty in 100-year-old fucking trial, you guys. Also, by the way, just real fact, that is the 4th time I've been called to jury duty in the state of Tennessee. I have no idea why they keep calling me though, but they do. Anyway, but yeah, so Dan Barker, if you're not familiar with FFRF, these individuals are definitely on the front lines, literally filing the lawsuits. I think FFRF has filed 24 lawsuits in the state of Tennessee in the last 12 months alone. I mean, I could be wrong, but they are constantly fighting different court cases, and we're a part of, if anybody remembers, the Kennedy v. Bremerton Supreme Court case a couple of years ago, the court case where a high school football coach held an obvious prayer session on the 50-yard line, Kennedy versus Bremerton. The Supreme Court decision, by the way, where I believe it was Justice Sotomayor who wrote the dissent saying this court literally fabricated information to reach their conclusion. That was her dissent. Could be wrong, but that could have been in the abortion case, but I'm pretty sure it was this one.
It's been happening a lot lately.
It's been happening a lot, hasn't it? Hey, thank goodness, finally. We did a couple of polls recently, and for some reason, the Supreme Court has held like a 80% favorability rating in the United States for years. I have no idea why. This is a court, by the way, that once declared Black people property. Just remember that happened.
Wants to do so again.
And 80% of our nation was like, I don't know. They probably got most things right. But, hey, I don't know. I'm a history nerd. Maybe that's on me. But, I have seen that favorability rating drop pretty drastically over the last few years. So I am excited by that. But FFRF was a FFRF definitely gave testimony in that court case in front of the Supreme Court. Now, of course, they lost, but that's for another time. The Scopes trial was also a loss, by the way. John T. Scopes was convicted of teaching evolution, and it wouldn't be until the 60s that the state of Tennessee would allow evolution to be taught in schools legally. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
We're still having issues.
We're not. Yeah, I'm concerned that they're gonna take it out of the textbooks here in the next couple of years. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, the U.S. is we're in for a real rough ride, but it does give some hope to point out that Scopes lost. The justice system, whatever it decides right or wrong, doesn't always stay that way.
That's right. And that's the point. So, and that's, oh my God, Ember, see, this is why we're so awesome at this. Like, that was the perfect segue into this, because again, April LaJoy is going to be there. This is a woman who literally, I cannot make this up, literally watched on January 6th as our Capitol was invaded and said, "That's Tommy. I know him. He went to my church." I mean, she called people out by name. She was deep into this ideology and has had this entire transformation, has had this 180-degree turnaround, and is ready to champion true American values of diversity, of inclusion, of prosperity for all of us, is done with the idea of a God that hates you because of what you do in your bedroom, the idea of a God that looks down on you because you don't have enough money in your bank account. Like, all of that she was taught. She again, for years, so many years of her life, she was so devoted to it. She made fucking music videos. She went on Jim Bakker's show. She did all of this stuff. She was, I mean, tried and true Christian. And smacked her in the face one day, and she realized, holy crap, everything that I believe is built on hate, is built on oppression, is built on violence, is built on, just unfounded truths. And I'll say this, it might piss off, look, if I piss off some of our atheist friends right now, I'm going to piss off some of our atheist friends, and that's just okay. That's what's going to happen. Look, she is still a believer. She is still a Christian. I've spoken with her in person many times now. I'm so thankful and lucky to have those opportunities. She still very much believes in God. That is not something that means we can't work together. That is not a defining characteristic for this individual that says we are not fighting for the same rights and causes, because we are, undeniably. There are many atheists that I can think of, card carrying, that I can think of, that I will not stand shoulder to shoulder with.
I can think of a few.
This Christian, I'm with every day. I mean, she absolutely understands where the fight is and where the value needs to be placed in a lot of these issues. So I'm thrilled. I'm super excited that she's going to be there. She's going to be doing a couple of different a couple of different things. She's going to be selling her book, I'm pretty sure. But if she's not selling her book, I'm going to make her sell her book. So we're going to get.
Well, it's super important to highlight religious voices too, because as weird as it is in the age where Christians have total cultural domination, there's this idea that secularism and atheism are the same thing, and they are not. Secularism includes Christian, includes Hinduism, and we need to build a coalition that isn't just atheists.
I love that. Thank you so much for saying that, Ember. I absolutely 100% agree. And my buddy, a good friend of mine that runs the Humanist Association of Middle Tennessee, he regularly will take people on a tour of the local Nashville-based Ganesha temple. And he regularly will tell people like, hey, I'm non-religious. Like, I don't believe, like, I don't, I do this thing and all this stuff. I just want to tell you about all this. I have knowledge in this. I know about this. I want to talk to you about this. I want to spread the knowledge of it. I want people to be more, understanding. There is a group that we work with, that we promote, that has been going on for years now in the Nashville area. This guy many years ago was like, man, I really think Stoic philosophy has value. I think there's a lot of things out there that we can teach people about the fact that they're placing their desire for good feelings in these things that they're not right, and he's been getting these people together once a month, man, for years. And they all come together, they read about some Stoicism, and they talk to each other, and they say things like, yeah, that isn't exactly where I come from it, but I can see how somebody else could come from it like that, and, yeah, I think we should, work to find a more, a better path forward in this. The first meeting I went to, no joke, the first meeting I went to, one of the people is getting up, and she talks to the organizer real quick, and he goes, yeah, of course. Hey, everybody, real quick, just pay attention. As Kelly's got something to say. She's standing up there, and Kelly goes, hey, guys, great. So I've been coming to these for a little while. I missed the last one. Some of you may not know me, but I've been coming to these for a while. We're doing this local trash pickup this weekend. And I just want to shout it out to everybody for a second. Just want to, if you're free, if your friends are available, come together and let's clean up our area and try to make it. We're going to all meet it here, blah, 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 going through the whole thing. The second meeting I'm at, somebody stands up, they talk about the local animal shelter, and they say, hey, by the way, did you know that? And I don't think this was planned or anything, by the way. I think this is just the people that come to this, and the fact that the individuals that are there are aligned on all of these different causes. And it's just like, look, we just need to know about it. If we knew that there was a protest going on yesterday, if we knew that everybody was gathering at the fire department to whatever, if we were aware of that, we'd be a part of it, So that's why we're bringing all these great people together. We want to get a shit ton of people involved. So that's why we've got,
Yeah, building the network is thing. Like we were talking about before. I think I mentioned already. There's so many people doing so many wonderful things, but if nobody told you, then you don't know. And so we try to not only bring people forward, but also like get people connected to others so we can all share information about what the hell's going on. So
exactly.
We could go on and on about all these guests, but
just scroll down. We got other. I think this is the workshop. Yeah, okay.
But wait, there's more.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you even have enough time to talk about everybody? Again, Arden not only is going to be on a panel, she has her own presentation. I think like an hour-long presentation. Dr. Daryl Ray is the same. He's got I think 2 different speaking slots actually. Durante Lamar has 2 different slots as well. Glenda's going to be rocking it this whole fucking weekend. Not only is she moderating a panel, she's got her own speaking slot. I have heard at the after party, she will be doing fire dancing. That's what I've heard. I don't know. We have to see. We can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Saturday night show.
It's possible.
Yeah, like I said, Dave Warnock. If you are not familiar with Dave is an absolute fucking OG. Dave is a legend. Francie Hunt is a local legend for us. If you're in Tennessee, and you are involved in advocacy, you want to be on the front lines. You want to make a difference. Francie is the person you need to talk to. That next guy I'm really not sure why he's up there. I think it might be a mistake. He's been bugging us at some of these meetings, and we just finally said, like, shut the fuck up, like just do a panel or whatever. I don't care. But Melina Cohen again.
Gap in the schedule. Just give that guy.
There was a gap, right? We needed a space. That's honestly that's how it's been most of the time. Most people hit me up and they're like, hey man, so normally I do things like every other week, and this week I don't have somebody planned. Are you busy? And I'm like, no, I don't have. No, I don't have anything on this schedule. I'm very lonely. Call me. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Shut up. No, kid. Sorry. But that guy, fuck that guy. But after him, by the way, Melina Cohen, if you're not familiar with her, she is not she's one of those names like we were talking about before, where it's like, man, there's all these people really doing this great work, and we just don't know about them. But Melina Cohen is definitely that person. She, again, the AA director, strategic communications. If you're getting the American Atheist newsletters, by the way, like right now, like it's 90 some odd % chance she's the one that's writing those. So check those out because they're awesome.
Not only got her finger on the pulse, but she understands how to communicate and how to
she's good at it.
Action.
Oh, she's good at it.
And that's an important thing too, that we're seeing this event that is missing from a lot of the more wonderful events that we see, because I mean, it's wonderful to meet all the cool people that you read their books, you've seen their podcasts, whatever. That's fantastic. And it's also great to network with other people in the community, get to know them, form those networks. But what do we do with it? How do we go forward? And it's really, really great to see that there's an emphasis on that at this event as well. Also, really quick to answer, Mark, there's a few different kinds of fire dancing. I don't know specifically which one Glenda may or may not be doing, but usually it's it involves I believe it's called a poi, or maybe that's just my American accent. It's a special kind of receptacle that holds oil that will burn in high wind but won't burn you very easily. It's related to the oil that you use for fire breathing, but slightly different.
That sounds like it might be again, it's a rumor. We don't know. We cannot confirm nor deny. We would never, but again, that feels very familiar to the video. I mean, it's
a possibility. Now, it could be done like in a twirly ball kind of thing, or it might be like a fan with like several different. Who knows? We'll have to find out.
You have to just buy a ticket. I mean, that's the thing. You just have to buy a ticket. You just have to show up. You won't know.
Yeah. All right. So you wanted to. There's 24 workshops and panels. Holy shit! There's
by the way, it's all Saturday. By the way,
that's like all could Saturday. Go to all of these in a single.
No, you will. Okay, this is the thing. You will realize very quickly that there are going to be things you will miss. Okay, and that is the case. That's how we do it on purpose. We want to give people a lot of different. We want this to be a choose your adventure. I mean, you got to decide. I mean, are you going to go watch Sidney Davis, Johan, or are you going to go watch Dr. Daryl Ray? You know, this is you got to make the decision, right? Okay. So now we know about both of them. Let's talk about some of these other people, because we've got a couple of really, really cool people, again, that are not as well known, that don't have all the viewership and the love and so forth. Bernard Acosta, Nathaniel Wildstone, they're going to be happening right from the beginning. They're one of the options that you can choose, one of the adventures that you can choose. Taking a stand for your unbelief. Bernard Acosta's story is really, really interesting. He's definitely got a lot of talk about, and I think this is going to be really, really fun talk for people, especially on the Friday. This is a great way to get you into the event. Same with Nathaniel, by the way. Nathaniel is going to give us just a little bit more in depth on some things. He's gonna help us kind of break down some of these nuances, and he is going to just talk to us about some of his work that he's done. So if anybody's familiar with the awesome legend that is Anthony Magnabosco and Street Epistemology International, he's actually done work with them and helped them kind of design coursework and stuff. So these are some really, really great ways to get into it on the Friday night. That we know people are getting settled, getting everything in the hotel room and whatever, probably grabbing a bite to eat, all good. Come check these out, And again, if you are in the area, this is actually free. Like, you don't have to rent a room. You don't have to buy a ticket. If you are just around, you can come to these on Friday night. So, and then we get a little wild in these next sections. Like I said, Glenda, I love Glenda Jordan. I am such a huge fan of hers. And she is going to be doing a really, really cool talk that honestly, like, for all you guys out there that are like, oh man, I bought a ticket to NaNoCon and like, I don't get to see all the talks. I've been organizing this fucking event and I don't get to see Glenda's talk. That was one of the talks that I was super excited to see. And it just, the way that we had the schedule.
As an event organizer myself, I completely empathize.
You feel it
with my similarly named but very differently themed event, NoCon, is there should be so much going on that they can rest if they want, or feel like they have to be bored waiting for the next thing they want to go see.
Exactly.
People should never have to be bored. And as a consequence, I can't see all the things. I'm the director of freaking photography and videography. I'm supposed to capture all the things, but I can't make it to all the things. It's all happening.
Right.
So I have to set up cameras in different rooms and just run in real quick and press record and then run to the next room and come back and collect the camera later.
Right. And just hope that it got the recording so that months from now you can watch it and be like, oh, that was a good talk. I understand why people kept telling me how good it was. Well, Glenda, again, if you don't know about Glenda Jordan, if you don't know about the work that she's done, she has been involved in this space for her whole fucking life. She's absolutely an amazing person, and is not only going to be doing her own talk, but is going to be moderating a stellar panel talking about human rights in the MAGA era, and going to be fire dancing potentially, maybe, we don't know. But then we've got this dickhead Secularity is going to be talking to the Skeptic. If you don't know, you definitely need to go check out his stuff. He's done a lot of great stuff. The one and only Dr. Ben Hamilton himself, Army doctor, fucking jiu-jitsu master, I don't know what else I can say about this guy. He owes me like $20, so I'm just gonna keep like saying nice things until he sends it. I'm joking, by the way. But and then of course the Godless Engineer. You know, three absolute top tier content creators, three dudes that have been in the space for a very long time, and I'm just gonna be picking their brain, having fun. We're just going to be enjoying ourselves and hanging out and talking about, you know, what it's like to make this type of content, as the world continually seems to go off the rails in front of us. Well, again, we're just going to have fun, you know, with the four of us up on stage. Honestly, I don't even know if we're going to get to a fucking question. We might just be laughing the whole time. So, but it will be fun. It will be fun.
I can't imagine it not being.
Right. It'll be a good time. Then of course, we have a couple of, again, the Friday night, we know this is an ease into it. We want to get people involved. Dr. Calais, is a local legend. Once again, Calais is the individual who runs the local humanist chapter. He gives the, temple tours. He is, I don't even know how many freaking degrees he has at this point. He's a professor. He's written many things. He's done. I don't even know all the things Calais has been involved in. He is such a involved and active person in the Tennessee space. Again, if you are in the Middle Tennessee area and you want to get more involved, Calais is on the front lines of so much of this, and I am just thrilled to once again. He has been a huge supporter ever since the beginning. That's one of the reasons why the Humanist Association of Middle Tennessee is a sponsor of NaNoCon once again. They are hugely supportive. They sponsored us for the Scopes Monkey trial visit that we did too, by the way. Yeah, I mean, absolutely phenomenal, just an all-around super great guy. Yeah, anytime you meet him, you will walk away smiling, I promise. And then Daniel is again going to be giving us just kind of an intro into things. He has been around in a lot of different places. He has helped out in a lot of different things. This is another one of those people that, you know, has been involved in this space for a while and just does not have the recognition, doesn't have the, you know, the same kind of pull with the name that some of these others do. But yeah, has been really trying to help people find a way to still get some of those good things. I know this is going to piss more atheists off, Ember. I'm so sorry if you lose subscribers. This is what I do. I go to people's channel and I just say all bad things. But
SR, I don't need help to lose.
Daniel,
on that account though, we're actually up 2 in a row so far. Yeah. I haven't counted for this week yet.
Good. Well, Daniel is one of those people that believes that, and I'm with him. And there's many like this, that just because we step away from religion or faith, we don't have to completely get away from that spiritual concept in a lot of ways. And spiritual more in the sense of a higher intellectual, spiritual more in the sense of that emotional capacity and that longing and hope and greater purpose and things like that. That is not
sense of connectedness.
Absolutely
to help
right. That is not something that the religions should be able to completely occupy. That is not a space that they should be able to say is theirs and theirs alone. You know, there is great value in all of us feeling more connected to bigger things than just ourselves. Right? It's so fucking frustrating when they always, you know, point to some book from 2000 years ago and like, well, that's what you got to be. It's like, no, I can be connected in the broader arc of humanity. You know, I can value science and reason progressing. You know, that can be something. So again, this Friday is, we want to kind of ease you into it a little bit. We want to get you through the door, get you having a good time. And then again, like I was saying at the beginning, then we've got a showing of bad faith. We've got comedy. We've got the godless gospel. It's all going to be a fun hangout. You're going to have a good time when you show up Saturday morning, and we're doing the whole show. Like I said, we talked about earlier, we've got a couple of speakers there. And then we've got some great workshops. Again, this is where Arden's got her whole talk. I am thrilled for this. I am so excited. Again, if you don't know Arden, if you don't know about the Transatlantic Call-In Show, if you're not familiar with her work, you absolutely need to get familiar. One of the yes,
One so far, but I'm hoping to have back because
she's
such a laser focused perspective. The interaction, not just in, but in the broader culture, because the megaphones Christian so loud, both in the US and A, so many high-level decisions. The freaking UN just the other day, it's off topic, but it's relevant to Arden, is released a report, citations from known hate groups because it's transphobic that's somehow okay. You know, it's wild. And Arden is like right at the cutting edge of how do we fight back. And it's really cool to see.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I was thrilled to see that there were so many people in the community that did not know Arden before AACon that happened earlier this year. I was so thrilled that her speech was picked up and everybody was excited about, because genuinely, just an absolute awesome person to have in our community. So yeah, she was kind of a last minute addition. I'll just be honest, a little behind the curtain stuff. We had a slot open up and we were like, whoa, I wonder if Arden would do it. And just kind of on a whim, we're like, let's hit her up real quick. And she was like, fuck yeah. So yeah. I'm thrilled to have her there. And yeah, now again, I'm gonna bump some people out here, because if you scroll down, you're gonna see an awesome panel that is happening at the exact same time, and you're just gonna have to make a choice. Okay. So Seth Andrews and April LaJoy are going to be joined with, no freaking joke, by the way, one of our state senators, Heidi Campbell, is going to be joined by a state senator is coming out here for NaNoCon to talk about this with us, to talk about Christian nationalism and the way that it is rearing its ugly head in our politics these days. And we have none other than the host of the Daily Atheist Morning Show, Chris Mallard, is going to be moderating that panel and is going to be putting the questions to these absolutely awesome people. And I'm just thrilled. Again, I cannot possibly say enough about all of this. And if I continue on this, we're already over our time. And I just realized that looking down. So I'm going to try my best to.
It's my channel. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah. Well, we've got so many people. That's the thing. There's so many people to talk about.
Yeah, there's so much, which is why it was so important, I thought, to do a show about it, because like there's a few things that people are going to see and get excited about, like, ooh, Seth, or if they're fan of Daily Atheist Morning Show, like, ooh, Chris Mallard's going to be there. It's sure to be fun. Or if they've ever seen Transatlantic Call-In Show, both Arden and Ben are going to be there. Ooh, it's going to be amazing. But like, there's so much more, and it's so hard to get the information out there because people tend to just register with what they already recognize and not connect with the new things that they aren't already familiar. So yeah.
And again, we did not make it easy on folks. We loaded this up. I mean, and we have a lot of people that again, like these next two are huge. So Bob Fall has been in this space, no joke, for like 36 years in a lot of ways. I mean, he's been doing consultant groups for NASA, for the Red Cross. He's, if you can believe it, he's worked as an improv comedian. I mean, like there is so much that Bob has done and been involved in that, like, there's no way that we have enough time, you know, to adequately go through it. But once he's coming back to do something that he has done again, I think every year at NaNoCon, just the first step out of religion, because so many people that show up at this convention, and we design it like this. We want we want people that are brand new to feel like this is their place, you know? We want people who have just left to be excited to be here and to be comfortable and to feel welcome, you know? This isn't just for your, you know, a tried and true, dyed in the wool, 12 years deep on the front lines. I mean, absolutely, we've got stuff for y'all too. But the person who just last week stopped going to church, we want you to find a home here. We want you to be able to feel like this is your space. And that's what Bob is here for. And again, you know, somebody that has been involved, especially locally, for so long. If you are non-religious in the Middle Tennessee area and you've been in that space in the last 20 years, 30 years in this area, you probably know Bob personally, you know? And that's what's so awesome about this community, is there is so much connection in a lot of ways. And yet still, we don't know about some of these awesome people. So the next person up here, Jasper Hoffman, is local to the area and has this incredible story about leaving the Mennonite and the Amish, you know, cults that she was a part of. Has just this fascinating podcast where she goes in depth about a lot of this stuff. Was featured in a documentary that came out a couple of years ago. And again, has just been involved on such grassroots efforts for so many years, you know. So thrilled to have her involved. She's actually going to be on a panel as well on Saturday with Sydney and Chad Harris. If you're familiar with Chad Harris, he was featured in the original Shiny Happy People documentary. And then also a part of that panel, the very wonderful, I can't sing her praises enough, Ways to Human, AJ, will also be a part of that panel. So again, I mean, like, I know there are a couple of people out there that's like, Elliot, if you tell me one more person's going to be here, I'm going to fucking explode. But well, yeah, it gets better. It gets better. You know, there's even cooler people. So yeah, then we have, again, another person that has been involved in so many different ways on so many different levels. The Think Through This channel on YouTube, Coleman Watt's going to be talking about, you know, how to talk to a conspiracy theorist, you know, kind of what that is like, his experience with cults and so forth. And this is, guys, this is the first breakout session. There's 2 more on Saturday alone. We've got Friday and Sunday. This is the first breakout session. It took us 20 minutes to get through this alone, you know? Like, it's going to be a lot. There's going to be awesome things to do the entire time. You've also got some food, you've also got some hangout, get to meet with the people. There's a VIP little meet and greet thing a lot of people have signed up for. We're going to be doing some pictures together. There's videos getting taken. There's going to be some interviews being done in a room close by. We have sold out the convention center, by the way. They only have a certain amount of rooms, and on Friday and Saturday, we've booked them all. There's nobody else staying in the fucking convention center. It's
Taking up
just
all
us.
the space.
That's right. There ain't a damn other person. That's just gonna be us. You know, shit. We wanna barbecue a baby or something. We got it. We can just terrible. That's terrible. This is a state-funded park. We should not. I don't want to. No
I
cannibalism
feel
will
bad
happen.
because, like, at the ARC protest, John the Skeptic, he brought a baby to share, and nobody brought barbecue sauce.
Not a single person, you know. And that was a big baby, by the way. That baby's got big. I mean, my goodness, it feels like such
The
a
mini circle he's getting close to 2 now, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's wild to think about. Yeah.
That's what we call a family pack.
Yes. That's pretty good. That's good. Oh, okay. Look, I will try my best to speed through the rest of these. Good news is I've talked about a few of them already. The next one that happens again, just in this next section of the breakout, the 3 pastors go see a shrink. That I've already talked about. Dave Warnock, Durante Lamar, Drew Beckius, Janine Bernanke. This is going to be awesome. We've got some really, really incredible people that, again, Dave and Drew and Janine have been around for a really, really long time. Durante, if you're not familiar with his story, you absolutely have to go check him out. Guy was running a freaking mega church for like a decade and a half. Stepped away and has devoted all of that energy, all of that knowledge, all of that drive to building community for the non-religious, and just trying to get people to see the scam that is, organized religion. And so, yeah, thrilled, absolutely thrilled. This panel and the next one are, I don't know how I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between the two. Again, this is the human rights and the MAGA era. Every single one of these people is a powerhouse. This is an absolutely incredible group, and it is moderated by Glinda Jordan. So it's like somehow it gets better, After that, in this breakout section, we've got if you can scroll just a little bit more, I think we could probably get So Jen Scott and Dr. Daryl Ray are going to be rounding out that section. Well, we've got one more person, but Jen Scott and Dr. Daryl Ray, right, and Aaron as well. I'll talk about him. Just Jen and Daryl are OGs. They've been around for years. They've been involved in fucking everything. Jen Scott is currently the board chair for American Atheists. I mean, she's been involved in Ark Encounter protests. She's been doing protests against Westboro Baptist Church, the KKK, director of advocacy for Equality Ohio. She has been involved in everything for decades. And obviously Dr. Daryl Ray, again, founder of RFR, founder of Secular Therapy Project, written how many books now? God Virus, Sex and God. It's just these two are OGs. And we also have Aaron. Aaron Tyrell is somebody, again, that if you are involved in the Middle Tennessee area, if you have been a secular advocate in any way, shape, or form over the last 15, 20 years, you have run across Aaron. Aaron has been very, very involved in getting secular humanism and a love for science out there to people. And yeah, we are going to be talking about, you can probably see some of your keen-eyed viewers can see that the first couple of words there in the description are Jordan Peterson, the manosphere, the intellectual dark web, techno-feudalism, eugenics. So if you are interested in that, like, skin crawly, like black pilled, freaking corners of the web, you have to go check out what Aaron's got, because he is definitely going to be hitting all of that. It is going to be fun. It's going to be weird. It's going to be tough to sit through all of it because there's too much of it that hits home, unfortunately, here in Tennessee. But
yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
again, we still somehow have more things to talk about. So all of these people here are all of these people here have various backgrounds in psychology, sociology, meditation, emotional intelligence, communication. This is going to be a phenomenal panel. This is going to be one of those ones. This is going to be one of the panels, I think, that is the dark horse. This is one of the panels that people are not going to pick from the beginning, as they're like, yeah, this is going to be my favorite, you know, and they're going to walk away saying this was the best panel there was. So I am thrilled to see. I'm thrilled to see the advocacy for mental health. I'm thrilled to see, the discussion about the various resources and so forth. And this is, yeah, and it's very, very beneficial. It's very, very important for people. And again, this is going to happen right in the middle of the day. So you know, if there's some of you out there that are thinking like, you lure us in with the fun and then you smack us over the head with the serious stuff, it's like, yeah, we do. That's the goal. You figured it out. So every ride ends at the gift shop for a reason, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So then we've got, like I was saying, the high control panel. So this is leaving a high control religion. Chad Harris, Jasper Hoffman, AJ from Ways to Human. Amazing people. Definitely all people that really have an incredible story to tell. And Sydney is the perfect person to tell that story too, you know. Absolutely wonderful. I am thrilled for that one. That one is going to be a really, really cool panel as well. But I already talked about it a little bit, so I can move on to, because again, I'm doing my best to try to get through this. You know, we're almost there though. You know, we are close. Francie Hunt is a local legend in the Tennessee area. And this is gonna be another one of those ones that I think is a dark horse. This is one of those ones that people are going to show up to, and they're going to sit down for 5 minutes and go, you know, I'll listen, and then maybe I'll go check out whatever. And they're going to stay the whole fucking time, and they're going to tell their friends, why did you not listen to Francie? So she is talking about direct ways that we can get involved. Again, this is going to be right to the heart of it. This is going to be, you know, grassroots, ground level type of stuff. I mean, she is talking about ways to make change in the Tennessee General Assembly. And that just goes hand in hand with Bob Swanson right underneath her, talking about working with interfaith partners. Again, folks, you are going to have to make a choice. Pick one. And that's okay. You're just going to miss out on some stuff. That's going to be fine. Talk to your buddies about it. See what they learned. But again, one of the things that we wanted with this year is specifically a reference to not only why we should work with people that are of different belief systems than us potentially, but how we can do that too, right? Some tangible ways that you can reach across the aisle and find some people that are also hanging pride flags in their church windows. And yeah, sure, I wish it was not at a church, maybe, but we're in this time and place where those flags are becoming less and less, right? We're in this time and place where we're seeing our ability to just live is being attacked on a lot of levels. And so if we're going to make any progress moving forward, we have to start working with people that are on dividing lines on religion, you know. So I'm thrilled for Bob Swanson's talk. It's going to be so freaking awesome. And then of
Other
course
side of the coin.
we have Mr. Durante Lamar. God, I'm thrilled. I'm so freaking happy to do anything with this man. Anytime I talk with this guy, I'm just like, my God, I love you, dude. So Durante is gonna be giving us a talk about viewing religion through that non-religious kind of aspect, kind of look again. I shouldn't even say anything about this. Like, if you just don't know what Durante's focus is, like, you just need to go check out some of his videos, man, because like he is so on point every single time. He has such a vision, and has, I feel like, I'm sure if we got him in here and we bugged him, he'd be like, nah, man, I'm figuring this shit out most of the days. But it just feels like he has such a clear path forward so many times, and every time he talks about something, it's like, oh wow, I see how that all flows, I see how that all works together. And then like 2 months goes by, and then it's like done. He's just done it. So yes, he has a couple of different times where he's going to be speaking. He's got this whole section in the breakout. He's got a whole room devoted. He's got a speech alone for the whole room as well. And then he's going to be on a panel. So we're just working him like crazy, man. If we can, I don't know why, but we asked people to do something, and then we called them like 2 weeks later, and we were like, would you do this as well? And they were like, yeah, fuck it, I'll be there. I mean, why not? So
what else am I gonna do? Knit a sweater?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so I'll take it. Look, I'm that type too, though. It's like I'm dumb enough to agree to stuff before I even know the full extent of it. They're like, hey, do you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, totally great. And they're like, okay, well, it's gonna be like 10 hours, and this is gonna be a lot of lifting. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, these are all of our wonderful sponsors. Again, I'm so thrilled.
Oh, that's the end.
Yeah. I'm so thrilled for every single one of these groups and individuals that have partnered with us. And if you can believe me, Ember, it may not have been the most direct path forward, but we have actually covered everything now.
Aha!
We have technically covered everything. We did it in a roundabout way, and that's my fault because well, okay, hang on. I don't know that I've talked enough about Candy Carpenter just yet. So Candy Carpenter is a local musician who has been making some awesome freaking secular music for years now. Okay. And we are really, really lucky that she is going to be doing a whole performance for us. So we got her booked. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. She has been selling out venues all over the state. And we are really excited because, again, her music is secular. It is specifically non-religious. She focuses on that. And she is growing this awesome following of people. She is touring the nation. So that is also happening. I know some people are out there thinking like, how do you have a gospel choir singing, and you've got comedy, and you've got all these shows, and you've got this documentary that's going to be playing, and somehow you also have an actual like concert? We do. It's about an hour and a half long. It's happening on Saturday, and you got to pay to be there. It comes with the ticket, though. By the way, you get a ticket to NaNoCon. You get to just you go to it. It's right with it. So, genuinely, there's part of me that is not positive how we put all of this together.
I know there's so much, and
it's like so much.
It isn't. There's so much more. You guys, you have to go to the website nanocon.rocks, because there's stuff we haven't even touched on, like the telescope party, which isn't going to appeal to everyone, I understand, but if you fucking love the stars like I do, that's a thing you want to go see,
Yeah. The Nashville Astronomy Club is really cool, and they get together pretty regularly, and there are a good couple of different guys in the area that are really, really devoted to this and have spent a lot of time and a lot of money to make sure that you can see some stuff super freaking awesome and super freaking clear. And so, yeah, we just partnered with them. they're going to be out there as well. And so, I mean, honestly, I really kind of don't know how we did it, but it's going to happen next week.
Dark
so
sorcery.
I mean, it's here. It's we must have made it somehow. But yeah, we started out at the end of last year saying, man, if we were going to put this together, it would be awesome if we could do like a half a day event, you know? And then we kept talking about it, and we contacted some people, and we got some things, and we said, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're just going to see if we can make it a whole freaking weekend. And so, with this being,
we mentioned the telescopes, and there's Cosmic Kyle.
Right.
Hi, Kyle.
I mean, he just heard us. He heard us talking. His ears were burning. He was like, "Oh yeah, telescopes! I know about some fucking telescopes." But yeah, I am thrilled. Honestly, it is a crazy cool event. It is going to be an awesome time. And this, by the way, is just talking about, all I've done is talk about the people that are on the schedule, that are like booked to be there, you know, for like speaking or whatever. The entire event is going to be attended by the who's who of the community. I mean, every other person. I guarantee you right now, if you're watching this channel, I guarantee you, if you're watching this video before NaNoCon happens, one of the people that you just watched in the last 2 to 3 days is going to be there. One of the people, one of your favorite people is going to be there. Like I said, both of the Apostate sisters are going to be there. Patty's going to be presenting on Sunday to end out the entire conference. I mean, she's the finale to the whole fucking weekend with this awesome fucking campaign that she's been working on, that we're partnering with her with. It's amazing. And not only that, but Anthony Magnabosco is just going to be hanging out and chilling. Like, he's just going to be sitting around, just killing time, just having fun, you know? If you don't know who Phil Ferguson is, Phil Ferguson has been in this space for so long. Again, another, just hanging, just chilling, just having a good freaking time at the event. It is going to be completely wall to wall. Awesome people, things to do. You won't want to miss a single bit of it. So, and again, if you can believe it, you guys, there's still tickets available, not hotel rooms. I just want to say that. There are Airbnbs and hotel rooms close by that are affordable. They are within the range, and you can find all of that information on the NaNoCon website as well. When the lodge sold out, they contacted us and we said, oh shit, we better tell them about some other stuff, you know, in the area. So we did that. So that is on there too. So check that out. But what I'm telling you, if you're close by, if you're in the area, just come out, just come hang out, you know, just come see some people. Stay for one of the panels, stay for one of the, you know, the talks. Again, Friday night, Sunday morning, technically not ticketed events. You don't have to have a ticket. You can come watch Dave Warnock do stand-up comedy. You know, if you want to come out, you know, we're here for it. We're ready for it. We are going to have, once again, the largest gathering of atheist, secular, humanist, non-religious, agnostic, science-loving, reason-loving motherfucking people in the state of Tennessee. There is no other event that has as many people as we do. That's it, plain and simple, you know? So it's great to
all across the continent.
That's right. It is great. It actually from multiple countries, because Apostasy Stacy is gonna be coming hanging out with us as well. Just gonna be chilling, just hanging out in the audience.
Crew kind of travel together now, don't they?
I've heard rumors. I don't know for sure, but there was something about like they're in love and happy and whatever. I don't know.
Who understands such?
I don't think I don't think without God you can have love and happiness. So I just kind of, I told him whatever. It's all, you're gonna burn in hell eventually. It's so terrible. I love Druid's Days. They're so amazing. But yes, this weekend is gonna be amazing. It's wild to think that it's literally a week from now. I mean,
I know.
yeah.
It snuck up fast.
Yeah, just trust me. I've been again. I've been part of planning it. It's fucking wild. I can't.
Like I said, I relate.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
mine's just a Comic-Con, and we'll be like 6 months out, and we're like, okay, we've got a full schedule. We've got all the guests. The VIP tickets are sold, but there's still a ton of floor tickets. What else do we have to do? And there's all these
Right.
sales, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, it's next week.
Yeah. And it takes 8 days before you're gonna get this thing, sent back to you and all this stuff. It's like, oh my God, yeah. It's wild. It's just wild. But it has been awesome. It has been so thrilling. And we're right in the middle, smack dab of a bunch of different things that are happening around this, kind of in the North American area over this month. Again, at the beginning of July was the Ark Encounter protest up in Williamstown, Kentucky. And that was amazing. You and I actually got to meet, and I didn't even know we were going to get to see each other,
No, we
It was
barely
awesome.
caught each other.
Just barely. And
But we got to
was so
bookend the
cool.
talks. I went first and he
Yeah.
went last. And
Yeah. It was fucking awesome. I couldn't think of a better way to start and finish it,
that's right.
And we had that. We had the Scopes thing. We've got NaNoCon coming up, and then in the middle of well, hang on, before I get to that, I'm getting ahead of myself. BajaCon is coming up right next, like a week later. So for all of our northern folks out there that can't get down to NaNoCon for whatever reason, no worries. You have to get to BajaCon. It's going to be like August 8th. It's like the week after. I know, isn't it wild?
Who's in charge of the clocks around here?
I know, it's crazy. It just keeps going, and I still get fucked up with like daylight savings time and stuff. But anyway,
that's valid. Real quick housekeeping stuff. Hivesci raid. Hello, Raiders. Thanks, Bree, for sending everything over. I want to encourage everybody. I know everybody says it, but there's so much information in this stream. You have to watch the beginning once we're done here. We talk about a lot. I mean, we've been going close to 2 hours now, and there's still stuff to say. So there is a lot of info. You're gonna want to hear it. So once we wrap up, do rewind. You're gonna want to see that. And also, super chat from Kelly at Black Non-Believer Detroit will be heading up the Black Non-Believers table. And yeah, send $5. Thank you so much. Stop by the Black Non-Believers and say hi.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
And you're gonna have a lot of opportunity to interact with a couple of different individuals from Black Non-Believers, by the way, throughout the whole conference. It's awesome. I think that's one of the coolest things about NaNoCon, which is, yes, we've got all of this high level, big name, all of that, absolutely. I mean, we're hitting the freaking top tier on a lot of levels, but also the entire event is specifically focused on trying to get people that are new and people that are not connected and the people that are not on the top tier, right, of visibility and so forth. We are purposefully trying to make this an event where everybody can feel welcome and willing to and able to get connected and do more. So yeah, I mean, go check out Black Non-Believers. Again, there's going to be so many cool people there. From that one organization alone, I can spend the next 20 minutes just talking about the people that are going to be there. And somehow we have more stuff, we have more stuff to talk about. So yeah, seriously, Ember's right. You got to go back. You got to go watch. You got to go watch the beginning of this, because there's been so much that we've talked about. You'll be blown away. You'll be blown away. So,
well, I mean, hopefully that. I mean, honestly,
they will be.
I think people come scared because even though we've covered, there's still so much. Rest up before you go. Make sure you know where you're gonna sleep. Drink lots of water.
Yes.
Be prepared, folks. There's a lot gonna be coming at you.
Yeah. And like, yeah, it is gonna be a lot. We have a couple of different things, of course, in place for some opportunities for people to get a little relaxing and get a little water and food and all that good stuff. We've also got an opportunity for people to get a little crunk. You want to get a little gin and juice in you. We can make it happen. But of course, one of the biggest things, and we've been talking about this from the beginning of organizing this, is obviously we do know that this isn't the most friendly place or time, right? In a couple of ways. So of course that is important to us too. We want people to know that yes, this is a fun time, and yes, this is an opportunity for us to kind of blow off some steam and get to see people or get to meet people, and that's all great, and we'll just have fun. But we want to make sure that people are safe. We want to make sure that people come to this event happy and leave this event happy, right? But yeah, like both showing up, arriving, and leaving are huge indicators of whether or not this event was successful. Like, we had all of our attendees both arrive alive and leave alive. That's incredibly important.
It's a good benchmark.
Man, not enough people think about that. Not enough people think about that. There was anyway, I could talk about some things, but that's not the point. The point is, we are so thrilled, truly. Everybody involved in this, everybody that has been a part of this, making this happen is dedicated, is excited, is ready. I spent all day today working on trying to get various things figured out with another one of the board members for NaNoCon. And we have just been nonstop, and it'll be that way for the entire next week, getting ready for this. It's awesome. I'm really, really excited. I know that for a lot of us, it's been a fucking bummer these last 7 months, man. Like, it's been rough. Okay. Totally understand that. Completely understand. And we wanted to give people an opportunity to shake some of that shit off, to have a good time. And again, we also wanted people to be able to leave with a direction forward, with a next step in mind. Yes, we want to have fun, and we want to enjoy the time together, but we want people to know that there is a lot that you can do. There's a lot of opportunities for you to get involved in ways that I promise you are so incredibly important, but take hardly anything from you. It doesn't require you to go camp out on the Capitol steps for 3 weeks. I mean, if you can do that, like, do that, like, I'm not stopping, but like, you don't have to get that deep into stuff sometimes. In fact, some of the most important things you can do is sharing a video with a friend, having a private conversation over coffee with a coworker or a neighbor. I mean, there is so many ways that you can get involved, and so many different causes and organizations, and honestly, it's awesome. It's awesome, the opportunity we have, But again, also, I understand. It's been really fucking tough. It's been really difficult for a while now. So I understand that people are depressed. I understand that we're isolated. I understand that we're disengaged. I get all of that. And all I'm going to say, and I'm not going to go too deep into it, because I'm representing the 501c3s right now. So I'm not, going too hard in the endorsing or whatever. All I'm saying is, look, that's what they want. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling isolated, that's what they want. They want you to not see the opportunities around you. They want you to feel as if you don't matter. Because what they recognize very clearly is that if you get involved, there's nothing they can do. If you actually show up and participate, they're fucked. And that's why they keep trying to tell you day in and day out, you're not connected. You've got no path forward. You should be bummed out. That's why they do that. And I know that that is so hard to keep going. I know that that is so incredibly hard. And it is not something that we can just turn on and turn off like a fucking switch. I wish it was, But that's why I think we've tried to focus on that, and we've tried to offer some avenues for people, for those of us that are burnt out and really don't have a spoon to give right now. Hell yeah, man. Go check out this talk. Go listen to this panel. For those of us that have a fire and are like, I'm not sleeping more than 4 hours a night, but I'll sleep less. You tell me what to do. For those people, we got a panel for it. We got a workshop. And
pack.
That's right. And everywhere in between. So if you, again, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, you don't have much time left. I know I'm doing the classic like salesman bullshit, like you got time, you don't have much time, buy now and we'll
free shipping.
Right. That's right, free shipping. Yeah, that's right. Hey, I will offer free shipping on your ticket. It gets emailed to you, so it doesn't cost. Anyway, seriously, it will be an amazing time. It will be absolutely, absolutely awesome. There are so many incredible people that are going to be there. So many great opportunities. But if you don't make it, that's okay. And here's why. Because, again, like just 7 or 8 days later, BajaCon is going to be happening. Okay. You got to get out to BajaCon. Okay. If you can't be there for Nano, that's okay. Go up to Ontario, Canada. Go out to BajaCon. If you can't be for either of those, dude, let me tell you, the 16th of August, right in the smack dab in the middle of next month, everybody's going to be out in Austin, Texas, going to watch some bats for the atheist community of Austin's Bat Cruise. I mean,
that's bad.
It's batty. It's absolutely. And I
wish I could make it to one of those, because it's the largest urban bat population in the United States.
It's so cool.
And you go on a freaking boat to see. Oh,
you get to watch them come out.
Interesting people there too, but
it's
whatever.
Really, well, supposedly there's some people that are there. I don't know. I've heard this Forrest Valkai person is going to be there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Mike. I don't know.
2 first names. That can't be right.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it's his Christian name. But no, I mean, like this whole block of time in the summer in the South has just been loaded up with shit. Again, the ARC protest, Scopes Monkey Trial, NaNoCon, BajaCon, Atheist Community of Austin's fucking back cruise. We've got all kinds of different things that are going on. I think when is Free Flow happening down in Florida? I just look.
It's in the spring. I'm not entirely
It
sure.
just happened. Okay, we might have missed it. I
Yeah,
might have missed it.
you know,
That's okay. See,
Florida's
but
one
that's
of the
what I'm.
places where it's not legal for me to be, so
Well,
I just have
right.
to watch the
No, I
videos.
just no. Unfortunately, this whole area is terrible right now. But seriously, I feel like I can't possibly shill any harder than I already have been. But it is going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. I am so excited to get to, meet a bunch of people, get to see people again, get to listen to some really great stuff. I know that as wild as this year is, as awesome as it is, just wait. Because if you miss this year, don't worry, because I promise you, next year is going to be even cooler. We are already planning for shit for next year. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to finally shut the hell up, Ember, so that you can go to bed eventually. And
Oh, who does that? What is this thing you speak of? I don't understand.
Sleep.
No. Thank you so much for joining and going into so much detail. It's the kind of thing I wish I could see for every event, because I always go, oh yeah, we've got lots of cool stuff. And I'm like what? Tell me, I want to know. And then they just never get a chance to, I think it's important. Folks, spread the word, share. You don't even have to share this video. Share the NaNoCon website, because it's got all the information we just talked about and then some.
That's right.
If you can make it great, even if you're not a secular person, if you're just curious, if you're Christian and you want to know what the hell are all these crazy atheists up to, you can come too. Don't bite, except ask nicely. That's a whole other conversation. Anything else you'd like to add, SR?
I'm really, really happy. Really, really happy that we're doing this again. I think this is such an awesome, awesome opportunity for our people to gather and to make connection and to translate that into tangible results in our local communities. That's what I'm excited about more than anything. And so many of these people that I have talked about today, that is their freaking life goal. That is what they do when they wake up. That is what they eat for breakfast. When they have 5 minutes to themselves, that is what they are thinking about, baby. And I'm just thrilled for it, because I really do think, and I know I might be a little crazy on this. I might be a little naive. Somebody might yell at me in the comments, okay? But I'm just gonna take this stance right here. I'm gonna plant this flag and I'm gonna stand behind it. As terrible as it is right now, I think this is the greatest opportunity we've got. It's right here, right now. This is it. The asteroid is heading towards us, and either Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck get on board, or we're fucked. And honestly, I think we can get people on board. I really do. I'm really optimistic about the future. I really believe this year is the start of something amazing. And I've seen that on so many different levels. Not only channels like this and Transpositions that you're a part of, but people like Durante Lamar, that concept, the Humanist Association and Genetically Modified Skeptic, getting more active, getting out there, doing things. I'm seeing it on so many levels. And really, I know it's tough. I know it's been shit for all of us. Everybody's had a hard time. Most of the people in this community have had it even worse than I have. And I know it's fucking shit. I can't imagine, So I know it's been terrible. I'm telling y'all, this is it. This is the start of something. We have the next couple of years ahead of us, and we are going to fucking rock it. So I'm excited. And if I'm an idiot and I'm totally wrong, just yell at me in the comments and give Ember a bunch of algorithm success and yeah, tell me what a dick I
Yeah,
am.
yeah. Violence, but in comment form. No, I'll close with this. I'm inclined to agree. I told a story a long time ago over on Bears repeating. It was when I was in high school, I was part of the Science Olympics, was to build a balsa wood airplane. Airplanes go around and around, and whoever up the longest wins.
Oh yeah.
And my partner and I kept breaking the damn thing. A wall, or we'd over tighten the rubber band, and the fuselage would. Every time I fixed it, it was even better. And it just, yeah, it goes to show
Yes.
that every time we face destruction,
Yep.
it also opens up an opportunity and greater. It sucks that what has happened has happened. You know, the current administration is hurting people. It's going to cost lives. But the silver lining is that the destruction that's raining down out of stupidity and incompetence and political bullshit also opens up the opportunity to build something greater in the place of what they're knocking down.
Yeah. Yep.
And
yep. That kind of stupidity, that kind of hatred, it can't last. It eats its own. It won't last. And again, I understand people right now are going to be like, you know what, SR? Fuck you, man. I've been through a lot lately. Not faulting you. I totally understand. And all I'm telling you is when you get the spoons again, call us. There's a lot of us out there that are still doing stuff every single day, and we're waiting for you to come back. We totally understand. We're here for you. We support you. Let us know what you need. And when you're ready, let me tell you all the organizations and all the causes that you can get involved in. We got a lot. We got a lot, y'all. We're not done. I don't know about what everybody else is feeling, but I'm telling you, I'm in. Everybody tells me this. Everybody says that their city is the buckle of the fucking Bible Belt, but I swear to you, it's Nashville. It is Nashville, baby. And we're here on the front lines daily. And I'm telling you, we're gonna make some shit happen. We ain't done. So if you can't get out to NaNoCon, that's okay. We'd love for you to, though. You still have time. You can still totally get a ticket. But if not, please go check out one of the organizations. Go check out one of the events in your area. I guarantee there is something close to you. There is something closer to you than you realize. And if you can't find it, contact me. Reach out to us because I will help you. I will help you find your people. That is the whole point. So, Ember, I'm thrilled I got to come on here. You were so fucking kind. You were like, hey, you got to come on and shill all this. And you had no idea what you were in for because here we are like way too long after it. And you're like, oh my God, what is wrong with this guy? Please
I always plan for the possibility of overtime. But also, like I said in my ARC speech, specifically in reference to you, we both have this tendency to want to do whatever we can for the community. And it's really cool to see, especially in event form. That's fucking different. But we do have to get out of here. So before we scoot, what do you got coming up? Where else can people find you?
Oh my God, that's
the
a
lead
great
up
question.
to the big show.
What am I doing? Am I doing stuff? Let me see. I mean, you can always, of course, go check out everything from Secularizing US. Those links are already up there. And yeah, anything there that's something that I'm really excited about. I'm thrilled to get that going and kind of help make that something that allows people to honestly just find their community wherever they are, you know. If you aren't interested in the stuff that we do and the events that we put on, that's fine. I want you to find the event and the group that matters to you. You know, the whole point is us getting more connected. But in terms of shows, that's a good question. I don't think somehow I have set it up. And I guarantee I couldn't have done this consciously because there's no way it would work out this well if I was thinking about it. I don't have a show for the next week in the lead up to NaNoCon, which is actually needed because I need the time
It's true.
to
Yeah.
like plan. Yeah, it's actually probably good. So again, I can't imagine I did that purposefully, because normally I'm not that good with that
Guided
kind
by
of
the
scheduling.
spirit, perhaps.
Yeah, right. I'll take that. Yeah, divine intervention of some kind. But I don't know. If you're watching stuff, you'll probably see me on something. I hang out with a bunch of different awesome people. There is actually something coming up before too long. Is it tomorrow? It might be tomorrow. So Dr. Ben has a new channel called Holy Spirits. And he's doing different like divine, supernatural, Bible, religion stories as we're drunk. And he convinced me to do one. So I don't remember exactly what I talked about. I think I talked about the time God grabbed Jacob's dick. I think that was the story that I talked
sounds
about.
like what was in the
Yeah, that feels right. So you can go see me over there, just way too hammered, telling Bible stories. But yeah, that's more than enough, I'm sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah. That seems like a cool project too. I mean, it's from Dr. Ben. The first episode is SR and Davis Johan.
That's right. That's right.
It'll be pretty neat. I haven't seen it, but I assume it'll be pretty neat.
I feel like it premieres tomorrow. I feel like that's tomorrow. I could be wrong though. I gotta check.
We could
gotta check.
You know what? Could just go look.
We both know how to do this, but like,
right?
no, we're way too over time. At this point, nobody should be expecting anything from us in this live stream. We're far past overtime. Like if we say the words right, great. If not, like that's on you, like.
Oh, I can't find it by search because it's find
right.
it description. Why? Where is and of course subscriptions aren't alphabetical. It's
no. YouTube couldn't make it easy. That would make sense. I mean, why would
I have two?
Right.
Goodness. Why? Who thought this was a good idea? My goodness.
Did you ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog? He always had a catchphrase was "the things I do for love." I love that. Just get himself into all these ridiculous scenarios. It's true though.
I can't find it. It's not
okay. That's okay. Holy Spirits, go check out Dr. Ben's. Go check out Dr. Ben's channel. You're gonna find the information on his channel. That's right. The Hive Science. Yeah. Bree's saying it is tomorrow. Yeah. See?
Okay. So yeah,
check it out.
We've confirmed it's tomorrow at the very least.
Go check it out.
If you're watching this tomorrow, it's now today. So yeah.
That's right.
All right.
So check it out today.
Yeah. What is time anyway? Thank you all so much for joining, for chatting, engaging. If you would like to join the live chat, make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell, track me down here, transpositions, all bunch of places, all my links on betterthanember.com. And as always, remember, you are welcome at events like NaNoCon, like BajaCon, like Black Non-Believers Sea Cruise and Bat Cruise, and so forth, because you are better religion.